Hey YouTube, this is Alexander, and today I'm here giving you my thoughts on the smartphone screen sizes. So let's go ahead and get started. So this video comes after reminiscing on the older days of Android and I guess smartphones in general, or maybe around 2009 or so, when smartphone screen sizes were actually manageable. Here I have a Nexus 1, and if you guys are familiar with the device, it was the first iteration of the Nexus devices, the Nexus line, and it was relatively small, at least by today's standards. It's definitely real small. It's easy to use with one hand, but that also meant it didn't have a lot of functionality, plus the specs also contribute to that. But since then, we've seen a steady increase in the actual screen size and screen quality and everything around smartphone screens since then, and I would have to say that a large part of that is a good thing, that we have more functionality, more features, more options, more things that come with a bigger display. But I felt like one thing that was coming with the bigger display didn't actually help, and that's screen size. So here's the Nexus 5 today in comparison to the Nexus 1 of 2009, and you can see there is a huge difference between the two, and it's that difference that I kind of prompted this video a little bit. The Nexus 5 is a really beautiful device, as are many of the other flagship devices around today. But like some of them, the device's screen is actually a little bit too big. Now this is just on the fringe of being too big for me personally, but I feel like a lot of other devices, especially flagship devices, are getting really out of hand with the screen size. The Galaxy S5 is, I think, 5.1 inches, which is up there with Note territory, at least when the first Note came out. The HTC One M8 is a pretty large device, as well as, you know, trying to navigate it with one hand. And the OnePlus One that's been sort of rumored for a while and now is finally out in the open. It's been teased. But those screen sizes are just really big, as well as, you know, certain Xperia phones that usually don't make it to the US, or at least really late. But flagship phones, for the most part, are really big, and they're really hard to hold. And I don't think it's just me, which is why I made this video. Now, many manufacturers do offer smaller versions of their flagships, like the One Mini or the S4 Mini, I believe, but usually those are lower end devices that don't have the same kind of internals that their flagship counterparts have. The support isn't really there, and I just wish that OEMs would sort of step back a little bit and leave the phablet area, leave the phablets for the phablets, and get back to the smartphones, because smartphones, in my opinion, should be able to be used comfortably with one hand. And I feel like a lot of the flagships now today aren't, and if you don't really have a lot of choice there. If you wanted to get a nice phone with decent specs, a good camera, it's going to be a really large phone that you have to use with two hands, whereas if you wanted to get a smaller phone, it's more likely than not going to be a lower end device that doesn't sport the same kind of internals. I hope I'm not alone with this. I don't think I am. But that's sort of my thoughts on smartphone screen sizes, that they're getting too big for average consumers or for the masses to be comfortable to use. Now, maybe I'm wrong and the masses love huge smartphone screens, but I feel as though the reason why they're selling so well is because those are the top tier devices. If you cut back a little bit on the screen size, maybe to 4.7 inches or around 5 inches, maybe even 4.5, the average consumer wouldn't have a problem with that. It's the internals that they're more concerned with. They want to make sure that their phone is going to run fast and their phone has a nice camera. They aren't really necessarily concerned with how big the screen size is. They want it to be manageable. At least I dream of a world where people want their smartphones to be manageable with one hand. Anyway, that's going to pretty much wrap it up. I feel like smartphone manufacturers should cut back on the screen size a bit and make it a little bit more manageable, easy to use with one hand. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button and let me know down below, what do you think about smartphone screen sizes? I guess Android in specific, because they're usually the leaders in making the smartphones screen sizes really big. But let me know what you think about huge smartphone devices. Do you think that flagships should be a little bit smaller in screen size than they are now? Do you like it? Let me know. Leave a comment. And stay tuned, because I am having a giveaway coming soon. I just crossed 2,000 subscribers. Jumping the gun there a little bit. 2,000 subscribers, and I want to say thank you to everybody who's watched my videos and subscribed. So there will be a giveaway coming, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss that video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.